Greetings to you all and welcome to Artist Times. Today we are at Jangsa Animal Saving Trust to give you brief insight of how people are working towards the homeless animals to give them food and shelter. With this, today we are gonna have a brief conversation with Mr. Sonam Norzin, who is currently working as manager at Jangsa Animal Saving Trust.
Hello, I'm Sonam Norzin. I'm serving as a manager in Jangsa Animal Saving Trust. I joined with the founder of Jangsa Animal Saving Trust in the year 2005, 2004, I think. Since then, I've been working with closely with Jangsa Animal Saving Trust as a non-government organization. It's been established in the year 2000. There's a auspicious incident that happened in Kalimpong. It's been founded by in the year 2000 in Kalimpong. There was an incident where 5 bulls broke into his monastery, and then monks were chasing them back, but after repeated attempt, Lama Kunzongduji went to the gate, towards the gate, and then tried to find out. But after talking to people around, the bulls came out to be from ran out of slaughterhouse. It's like bulls has ran away from the slaughterhouse to seek refuge. The most tasking demand and arduous task is to maintain, after saving the animals, until they have a natural death, to provide them adequate food, living conditions, such as food, shelter, water, everything. To maintain animal sanctuary, to maintain animals after the post-setar, that is more challenging job. Since we are located almost at outskirts of the street, the city is almost 12 kilometers far from the street. So when we go to a rescue in city and then come back, it's like 24 kilometers. So the mobility expenses has been quite, very expensive actually. It has been, So in that way, sustainability has been one main challenge. So another challenge we most often face is the manpower. For now, to conduct all the activities of Jangsa here in Thimphu, we only have around 9 staff. So both in office and in shelter, including the people who provide medication, including the staff who make sure that they are well fed, they have a proper shelter. But compared to the ratio that we receive animals, the patients that we receive, I think the number of the staff is very less. Since we are also responding to the rescue calls during night time, sometimes we have a whole long day reaching out, doing our treatment, carrying out our activity. So at the end of the day, when you go back home, we receive a lot of calls, people asking for help, reporting us animals that needs help. So sometimes we go all night. So in that way, I think manpower is another issue that we are facing. But having said that, we have a limited staff, but very dedicated one. So that is why we are able to, till now, we are able to continue this work. We have rescue and treatment care center, clinic and shelter here in Thimphu. So we are reaching out to all the vulnerable animals in the Thimpu. So in this shelter, we also have a clinic. It also consists of ICU and even palliative care. We have isolation rooms. Many things has to come together. So even for that matter, medicine. For now, we have two Jangsa, parapet here doing the clinical assistance, doing the medical treatments and all. We are in good collaboration, healthy collaboration with government. Since 2007, we have been really working closely with National Veterinary Hospital. They have been really helpful and supportive to Jangsa, mainly in terms of providing medical skills, and even when they have, if they have a stock of medicine, then they are ready to share with us. So that is the help that we are getting from government for now. So, but additional medicine, whatever, since we always have almost 10 to 15 critical animals in our ICU, so we can't run out of medicine because it's life and death situation for animals. So we always have to make sure that every drug, every amenities are available. So in that way, whatever we get from government, we use it, utilize here, and then additionally we try to provide from our own fund. We have few staffs still working for us for Jangsa. It's almost been now almost a decade. So they have an experience. They also underwent through. We had sent them to India, even in Sikkim, to get them trained, especially how to deal with animals. When we execute our rescue, I think we need to deal with them many a times, so that's why we sometimes get bitten also, but we make sure that we have anti-rabies vaccination and all. But as we come working with animals for quite a long time, it's not really been a case. Our staff understand, they can recognize, identify which dog is aggressive or not, how to deal. We have a different measure how to approach different animals. Like we use blanket, blocking the vision, and then when we first approach the dog, we always try to approach them on human way. That is the primary factor, because we don't want to make them panic with our different catching methods. If they turned out to be aggressive, or then many a times they are aggressive because they are insecure. Yes. That is the main thing. But we have a different method. Like we go by a net, or there are dogs which avoid humans. No? So for them, we are in collaboration with government. So they help us with anesthetic gun. So yeah, that's how we bring it.
With this, I am Sujan Giri as reporter from RTC Times and camera person Pravesh Gurung.